at the platform of ULM. You are welcome so much. And I want to ask some questions about regarding your life. Like, in which age you felt that you should go for spirituality?
I think it was last courses of university.
In which
time.
in which year?
I think it was maybe 17, 18 years old.
Okay.
Years young.
Okay, so what happened that time when you felt like you should go for spirituality? What was going on in your life that time?
We can call it like something, of course, inside happening, but outside also many things happening. In Russia was very sensitive period. From socialistic society to capitalistic society.
Okay.
And all of my ages from childhood, like whatever picture of life was, whatever I understood about life, and what started happening in society, it was like feeling like I lost myself, and I could not understand like what for now life is happening, what I should do. It was in every area, about professional work also, and about my view of maybe like family life also. Basically I never felt attraction of family life. Maybe one of reason because maybe my parents, they not showing me, like example how it can be like attractive,
was
happy.
not good example.
Maybe even though like when I look some relatives who has a happily family life, but some idea was inside of me that it's like okay, like do some work, get some, like make some family, and become old and finish. It somehow, felt like so unmeaningful, so strongly unmeaningful.
Okay.
This like precision of life.
Okay, so at that time, what was your life going? So in that you were not looking any meaning, or
Mainly, yes,
you were
I
confusing
think,
like if such life, then what is the meaning of life?
it looks like no meaning, yes. Ideas that, maybe if like more possibility, more interest, even though I have many interests, I like that time I had attraction about theater, or sometimes I wanted to become like maybe actress, and I many read and many interesting things was, but in socialistic society is a little, like little dark. Whatever I remember, like life not colorful. Maximum people was like we were equal, but like poor life, maximum poor life. So no any, like interesting traveling, not, many things. I like theater, so for me it was like movie, theater. It was some, how can I tell? Some color, colorful.
Okay, theater.
But mainly it was, little like dark,
Black and white.
Black and white, and some it looks like enjoyment only from inside. I can some ideas creating, and maybe it's also like attracted that all our happiness we can get from inside. Because if we not look outside something meaningful, so maybe the time I started to think maybe should develop some insight, maybe some special. And the time I, when capitalism started, country become more open. and people, some people going for earning, you know, some business doing for like enjoying life. But some people like me, like going because many religions started to come, like in Christian also I tried for some times, and like Buddhism, yoga, many esoterics, like astrology, you know, many, you know, like spiritual esoteric things. And for me, also because maybe I was an introverted type, like for extroverted more like outside. Now I'm speaking like psychologist, but yeah, I thought inside, from inside, like some reality, some real can be.
Okay, so first time to whom you approach, like Christianity you approach? First
Christianity,
time
yes, I like went through ceremony, you know, some ceremony for become like Christian.
uh,
Yeah, I went to church, found some, me and my friend, like we become like Christian. I started to learn like his teaching.
in Moscow.
Of course, because now it become possible.
Yeah,
In socialism was not possible, but now society, like when Yeltsin or Gorbachev Yeltsin, it's like very changed society. So, and I started to read about Jesus Christ, about other, you know, saints, so-called. The time more than Christian, some interesting coming through, you know, from Eastern.
okay.
Some Russian, his name was Ryorich. You remember? And we went his museum. He was painter, writing like Himalayas,
Okay.
and many, you know, spiritual things, like
Yeah,
writing
in
about
Himachal Pradesh.
in Himachal. Yeah, and from him, this idea, I very was so much attracted. And after like Vivekananda, Ramakrishna, you know, many saints.
You studied.
Yeah, it was translated so many things in Russian language, and I felt so much attraction. That time I thought, like, you know, it's like meaning appeared. I want to become Vivekananda. So I remember it was like maybe 16 years. I want to become like Vivekananda. Somehow I felt. And you know, in Jesus Christ, you know, he's, you know, high morality. Because basically I'm a very moral person. And I liked that people should be like very moral, just, you know, like proper way. But the people like simple and such like hero type, I was so much attracted. And I thought that exploring inside something, whatever really real meaning, whatever we can't get, I think what means of like even like traveling interesting, like some special food, some special enjoying. But that time, this idea that happiness should be infinite,
Yeah. So,
like God and forever happy.
so in that your parents were helping to you, or you were some earning money by which you were traveling here and there?
That time I not so much traveling. Traveling means like when some schools, like spiritual schools, started to open. You know, like school, I remember school of what we called Open Heart.
Okay, in
Some in
this was
Moscow.
it's in remain in Moscow.
In Moscow, like started to appear like yoga,
Okay.
you know, like asana, and I started to get some friends who started to teach me.
So how many years you tried in Moscow this whole things?
Like 2-3 years before met with this first my like when I become nun, like in Japanese master. It was a strange organization.
No,
But at the time,
but you
I
reached in
didn't-
Japan, no, before
No,
that?
no. They coming
in
to
Russia, okay.
they
They
come
came
to
in
they
Russia?
came to Moscow
Okay.
and created sangha.
Okay.
And I remember first time when I entering, I don't know, I looked like it was so much light. And the people was monks and nuns. They did sadhana. They was like trying to follow all precepts, like moral, you know. And for me, so yeah, should be my place. Whatever
Okay.
I can be such like.
Yeah. And how much time you were nun in Moscow after this?
Actually, ultimately, this organization become famous in bad sense, like worldly. They did many crimes,
Yeah, yes.
like secta was.
Better.
So in Moscow, I like first 1 year I was like just a follower, and next 2 years I was nun. And after Sangha closed because some accident
Means
happened. to me.
that time you were in Moscow when Sangha closed.
Yeah, of course. And Sangha closed because of they did crime.
Ah, you did it correct.
And
So,
their guru was, some cult type,
okay.
dictator type. So such guru.
So how you reached in Japan after that?
After Sangha closed, I married with my first husband
Okay.
because he also was a monk.
He
that
also
time.
was in that same Sangha.
Yes, and we decided that minimum we should live like together, like practitioner.
Okay.
So it was, I think, near about 3-4 years when we lived family life and children also born. And after, again, Japanese come to Moscow and create new Sangha.
The same people or some other people?
No, it was same, but because like old guru was already in jail, but whoever remained, they, changed.
Changed some
little
things?
change. They become little more, like classical Buddhist. They become little more classical Buddhist and started new Sangha. And in this new Sangha, I was near about 6 years.
Okay.
From that time, yes, I went to Japan also. Sometimes I did practice in
So
Japan.
you and
sometimes
your
in
husband
Moscow.
went,
No, my husband not.
only you,
My husband become self-guru
self-guru in Moscow.
in Russia, so he has such personality. He created his
So, but
activity.
why you decided to go Japan not with your husband continue?
Because
Only matter was for practice.
it was different practice, and because I had some experience in family life, so like honestly tell, I stopped to look in him, person who can, with whom I can become such ideal, what I wanted.
Okay. So because of that, you went to Japan, or he called you? Means
Yeah,
ashram
that
called you?
guru they called.
They called you.
And I thought because I tried to family life, and I like by practical understand it, not by which I can be attracted. In should be some like proper knowledge.
Okay. Until that, you didn't get the aim of life, the meaning of life.
I will tell. Before first time I come in Sangha, I remember this moment when I decide I will become like nun. I standing, I waiting, bus. It was winter, and I standing, and bus long time not come. So, and it was very cold, like snow was, and people standing, and again it was some darkness around. And this, some understanding in, it's like suffering life. Life is so much suffering. Life is so much suffering. Yeah, the time some idea was about, who doing sadhana little become more, super, like little more superhuman, who free from many, whatever simple people like living.
Okay, you got this meaning there, like
This
if
idea
you can
was
become super human,
like CD type.
then some meaning can possible.
Not some meaning. Meaning was like I thought that we call it like not like enlightenment, but some freedom from any kind of suffering. Human can become like it was some special kind of human.
Special kind of means, can you
Who free
tell
from
in
death,
little details
who free from
about that human?
any kind of suffering, whatever people facing.
Okay, so that time you were not thinking like why anyone suffering, what cause?
I thought the cause because human itself has some wrong. Buddhist idea that something happened with soul or whatever, that we become like this.
Okay.
So, and now just need to follow right process for be free from this. I had no, like clear idea that what I will be, but it looks like okay till I am in body, but I am not feel any suffering because some inner process by which I understand everything in this life.
Okay, means you were looking any meaning like a, what was the Buddha life, like eating one time in a day, sitting, some speaking, telling to some people, and then sleeping in night,
Not
awaking
literally.
in morning, one time food. You were looking some meaning in such type of
I look
life.
that this is only, method. Eating one time, we also tried 1, 2 times. It's only like method.
Oh,
But
this is
really,
method. But
it's like method.
what
For what? For, every knowledge, inside. So now that time I already, separated this life and that life, whatever possible to attain.
so means they were not telling at that time because you were looking the meaning of life. What is the meaning of life? You were looking for that.
Yes,
What
meaning
meaning
of
of life
life,
they were
like
telling?
like enlightenment. That time I think meaning of life is enlightenment. Be free
Enlightenment
from.
means who we are. Only this.
It's now I understand that it's only this.
Okay.
That time, okay, who am I? No, like I am not body, I am not mind, I am not the ideas, I am not feelings. So and when like I go beyond of this, so this like real I will be.
Okay.
So and it will be continuously happy, blissful, enjoying everything, but not whatever no any connection with outer
Yeah,
world.
means that pure I have no any relationship for be happy
Have
on any
very
outer
big
things.
relation because that time because it was like little like Buddhist practice. This idea also came that yes, when we attain self-realization, become like enlightenment and free from all kind of suffering, the time we will feel that but people are suffering. We can't how we can be happy when if surround, and that they have idea of become bodhisattva. Bodhisattva, it's not he has ability to become Buddha, but he not quickly become Buddha. He first should like connect with people, teach them, help them, and try like help to them free from their suffering, get many experience, and that when all of them become free, Bodhisattva also become free. So it means like he doing reincarnation, many lives.
So
Many lives. Okay, one life because he not only concentrate on his practice. So he always like energy change, karma change.
okay,
So like help people.
yeah, so means they were telling that like okay, we are something that we take reincarnation.
Yeah, of course, obviously. And become like a very high level of Buddha. It's not a matter of one life.
Okay, so after
Many
many
lives, many lives,
after
and
many
many
life and then become like a Buddha
possible.
and then will not take birth.
Yeah, about this I thought that it's so much far away that first I should like some manage my life or do sadhana, like half of my life do sadhana and half of my life will be like bodhisattva practice. The time I choose be translator because was many books available and I thought okay it's my like practice of bodhisattva I can translate and people can like learn whatever, so many like so many books translated
Translated from
from
Japan
Japan to Russian.
and so you
Because I thought that okay I am sharing teaching and people by this become
so
more
you
happy.
learned Japanese language
Yeah,
there. Okay.
it was first I wanted to understand my teachers and second I want to like do my bodhisattva practice.
Bodhisattva. And what they were telling about this? Okay, like after becoming Buddha, so here will be no birth. So where he will be, So, what type of life will be there? Means
It
what?
looks like, you know, it's also maybe was some precision of explanations. At first, we should going step by step, and
That's
like
okay.
that is why I'm not asking question. Buddha,
Okay,
because
okay.
Buddha not answer about no any nirvana, no any this. The thing, okay, step by step you will understand because like some knowledge, some wisdom, little by little appear. I wanted this wisdom appear.
Okay, so means they were not entertaining such questions.
Not if some whatever, for example, you asking sharp questions. First, no one asking, but if little tried, they telling no, it's no meaning. So looks, you are suffering now so much. People suffering now so much. What matter of asking about nirvana? You should concentrate what you can do here and now.
Because this I am asking because basically you were search in the meaning of life. Like what actually the
That
meaning
time
of
I
life.
thought I got. I want to become bodhisattva. It's I felt very good by
Okay,
this.
you felt like to become a bodhisattva is the meaning of life.
I
That
thought
time.
it meaning of my life minimum that time. That time I was somehow little satisfied.
Okay.
It was not like so much deep satisfaction, but in that time, I got. It looks like I got liking work. I feeling like some meaning of my life started, and I like to do practice because practice also some meditation or some. We did some many technical pranayam. I felt energy, like some, many interesting inner,
That time. Okay.
experience also.
And that time, how was your life was going on from outside? Like, it was good food, good clothes, good living,
It
good.
was maximum simple.
It was maximum simple.
Maximum simple, yeah, because it was Japanese sangha, basically Japanese standard of life, little high, little high. That is why was very clean, very good place for practice, also good hall. But how we looked, how we simply good quality, but very simple life.
And how much hour they were doing sadhana? Like sitting in one posture and
Yeah.
some
Actually, it's
concentration,
depending
some
by
the
people.
meditation.
It was some program, daily program, but very less people who could completely follow. I was one of them, so it was morning. It's year by year was different, but I can tell most hard time when I did 5-6 hours,
Namo Buddhaya, Namo Buddhaya.
this they doing
Yes, yes, they do some
like how can I
like a
say?
physical exercise also in that and
Up to 5 hour I did.
very big.
Yeah, and for example, some pranayama 3-4 hours. Pranayama with kumbhaka, because when kumbhaka some experience also started. So it was hard practice, but I liked. I was strong because I thought that for become bodhisattva need very strong.
Yeah, because of that hope, like you can become bodhisattva by doing this all. So you were feeling happy, good. How many years you did this, and your hope was remain same, or sometime you thought like, is it possible by such life to become bodhisattva or have
Yeah,
some connection, some link?
it looks like parallelly always was doubts also.
Also.
Parallelly always was doubts. So
And they were not doing anything to remove these doubts, like some discussion, some all those things.
discussion not. And I even the time I did not know how to ask. Basically, what more do I did translator work also, and I did instructor work also.
Okay.
Means like I teach some yoga, some meditation, and people, now I can tell like psychological work because people are coming with some suffering, and I tried. It's not always like Buddha teaching help. Sometimes just for make people free from some anxiety. I did this.
Okay. So
So my work part was very satisfied because I was like, respected, and I really felt whatever helped other people, I understood it. People need translating also and need some, some psychological help also.
okay. And how
But in
many?
part of knowledge, that I again and again felt doubts.
Okay. So how
So
much
much
year
doubt.
you lived in Japan?
Not in Japan, I just come and back.
Ah, you
Like
didn't
for a
live
few months, not means
for
that I
few
lived.
months. Okay. So
For a few months I coming, like learning Japanese
Japanese.
also, contact with practitioners, like did some sadhana, and again, basically I lived, I was need for my Russian Sangha.
Okay. So in next part we will try to know about your that part
Next part will be yoga part.
in Japan, like how you
in
learned Japanese, what you did there, how Japanese are there, who related to Sangha and all that. A little about that life. After that, in third part, we
Third
will
part will be about
understand by your after that life, like
yoga. It's
yeah,
I become
yoga,
yogini.
yeah, yogini
That time.
and all
That time,
that.
yeah, this I concentrate of try to find some knowledge, but very special way, whatever guru, yogi
Yeah.
guru teach
And
me.
then after that, you
Idea
came
become
India.
bodhisattva already, little like, okay, it's postponed. Minimum first I should understand little more who am I, like what for, like what meaning of life, then I become yogini
Yeah,
in
and
India.
then you came in India
In
and
India.
meet Pilot Baba,
Pilot Baba,
and you know, like
another
rest of
guru.
your life we will elaborate in next and next
Okay,
parts. So thank you very much for this
thank
part,
you.
and we will understand like how people thinking and going in spirituality life, what they looking there, what they learning there, what they getting there, and where they reach to.
Yeah, where they reach, why they can't reach whatever they want to reach,
Yeah.
minimum whatever they think it. And really my all friends, whoever like even remain, no one satisfied. I
Yeah, yes,
know
yes.
anyone I looked who
Yeah,
satisfied
yes,
in this
yes.
way.
So like most of the people like trying, but only hope, not not getting that point.
Yeah, because way itself, it's not a realistic way. It's little fantasy way, you can tell. Like not clearly, because it's like should be simple question. Ultimately, what I become or what I will reach, but it's little, little not clear imagination. And idea that okay, should step by step, and ultimately it will open front of you. So from start you can't understand. It also looks like wrong idea.
It's like
Not become. It's not like
cannot imagine before.
researching. The minimum should some have some
Yeah,
for.
should some at least should some theory, should some meaning in that theory. Okay, like we will reach at that point. Like how much I listen from Buddhist literature, when somebody asked to him like okay tell little about nirvana, he told like nirvana is just a he uh, did one candle like a who burning like this is nirvana. What is this meaning?
That
This
is
is
why for
nirvana.
me, like that time,
It
Nirvana
was
was
looking
not
like a no
attractive.
life, means after that no life it looks like.
Unconsciously, like or little consciously, Nirvana never attracted me. Attracted
And which
some
was the
another
aim
thing.
of life, and that was not attracted. Then what was the meaning of life? Means people are
Means every
trying to
person ultimately self-create
yeah,
some.
yeah it was looking like a it's a ultimate death type like a okay candle now like a burning glowing and then finished, so it looks like
Our teacher not
ultimate death.
explain.
Yeah.
Our teacher, whatever I learned Buddhism, it was not such kind of Buddhism because it's Buddhism of Hinayana.
Yeah,
But we maximum Buddhism of Mahayana and Buddhism of Tantrayana, Buddhism Vajrayana,
okay.
like little esoteric kind of Buddhism, whatever, like it was more entertainment Buddhism actually than just nirvana. We spoke about Maha Nirvana. My guru, that guru spoke about Maha Nirvana.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you very much
Thank you.
for this part. We will meet again